again to the Forward Compatible Podcast. This is episode 108, part 2. Ooh. Yeah.
Now with 100% less dog.
My name's Tony. I'm joined, as always, by my fellow podcasters, Mark and Jason.
Howdy.
In the event you have yet to do so, please pause the video or click out afterward and check out part 1, where we do discuss this week's news as well as answer the viewers' burning questions.
It'll be linked in the description.
But this, of course, is part 2, where we cover Tony's topic of the week.
You know what would have been perfect for that? If Mark, since he just came back from Mexico, had some fucking maracas.
Dude, what the hell?
Do we need to get a
Mark?
sombrero too, you racist?
I'm just saying. I mean, since he sings a little jingle.
You should have brought back maracas. What the fuck, Mark? Yeah! Yeah!
This is Tony delaying because he's text messaging.
If you guys
I got
didn't hear,
business to take care of.
Part 2 of next week is going to be...
Live! No, just kidding.
We're going to be broadcasting from the Microsoft Store in Schaumburg, Illinois for the Titanfall release.
We got them big bucks now.
So come on
Production
out.
value.
Come on out.
Shit.
If you're in the area,
Shit.
have some fun, be on the show, win some cool stuff from Microsoft. If you can't be on the show, please just hit the share button on the event.
I'll be raffling off things.
It's going to be on the main page, the main post on our Facebook page. So make sure to
let's
do
hope
that. Please, guys.
Hope we have our shirts ready by then.
We're not going to have shirts by then.
Piss!
Business cards.
Well, shit. Shit.
Okay. Now that
Oh, I got my hat. I gotta wear my hat. Forgot I had that. I got a Fork Compatible hat. Forgot about it. Long time ago.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the ongoing carousel that is happening at the top of the Xbox division within Microsoft.
I don't know how to carousel.
Now, we had some
That's a good
interesting
Blink-182 song.
we had some interesting news pop up this week, and that's what essentially is going to be the topic of the week. But first we'd start off just a smidgen of history.
He's got good words today.
Up until about less than a year ago, I don't know, 6-7 months ago at this point probably, the robot that is Dan Matrick got, where'd he go? Zynga?
There you go.
Yeah.
So he leaves the top of the Xbox division to go
For a
seek
company who is...
and he's a fucking robot. That guy. He's a weird cat. Anyway,
hair.
yeah, fucking
The hair.
So he gets replaced by Julie Larson Green, who I don't know much about and didn't learn much about because she was only in the position for a few months.
See you.
See you.
Do you?
Say goodbye to your girlfriend. See you. Say goodbye to your friends. See you. It's from South Park.
Should be
Just like,
we're going to rename it the South Park Hour.
Then she's gone.
Boy!
See you. And now she's getting replaced. That's the news story this week that we're going to be discussing. What's this cat's name? It's Steven, I think.
Cat Stevens. He's back.
No, his last name's Elop. Everybody's just calling him. Everybody's calling him Elop. I think it's Steven. Yeah, Steven Elop.
My girlfriend sent me a picture of Emma Watson and said, "Your girlfriend's at the Oscars."
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So this new cat,
I'd do it.
Cat Stevens.
Heartbeat.
Cat Steven Elop. He be in control of the Xbox division within Microsoft now.
He's controlling.
Yes. So initial thoughts. Do you know anything about this guy? Because you were in Mexico. Did you hear all the surrounding hysteria that's going on quite yet?
He had...
Which we'll get into later. Have you heard anything about
So don't say anything.
You know-
but give him some thoughts.
You
We're
know the
talking about the
problem.
thing where he was going to
Yeah.
do that one thing.
Yeah.
Well, apparently I'm going to not spoil it.
I'm just saying you understand the controversy,
Yeah,
right?
controversy.
Okay. You're caught up. Okay.
I am not. But we'll get to that. No, I'm not.
You were spouting about it like crazy.
This
before.
is all the rage in Mexico.
It's pretty much all they were talking about,
All
right?
they're talking about.
Yeah.
I've been busy with our own stuff and things, okay, to care about
Stuff
what
and
they're doing.
There's a folder called Stuff and Things. I went in there. Nothing to do with Forward Compatible.
There was a what? A folder?
Called Stuff and Things. I'm just being awkward. This isn't serious.
I don't know what the fuck he was talking
I have no idea what's going on right now.
It's like, my folders on my phone are called Stuff and Things. I'm like, what are you playing with my phone?
Steven, you up?
Steve Ewok.
The only thing that I can say is I thought that chick was only supposed to be interim until they found somebody to replace Robot. And then there's something
Robot
going,
Dan Matrick.
there's going on something with the higher ups with where Bill Gates came back for a little bit until they found somebody to replace the head of Microsoft too. And
Well, for those who don't know, they found this guy because he was running Nokia. And I don't know if you guys remember a few months back, Microsoft engulfed.
I thought you were going to say, you guys might not remember Nokia.
Yeah, once at the top of the food chain, and
no,
now
they made
distant.
that great video game device called the N-Gage.
We actually brought that up at work today. Yeah.
I
I
had
think
one.
it's, really? I think it's the most ridiculous.
I
design.
broke my clamshell phone, little
Oh,
flip
wow.
phone that I had. So I went to
Grabbed an
GameStop with
N-Gage.
my trading credit, bought an N-Gage, and had that sumbitch for 3 years.
There
I
you
had
go.
Tony Hawk and Tomb Raider for
There
it.
you go.
And then I turned around and sold it for $50. I actually enjoyed my N-Gage.
Good.
The taco. I miss that phone.
The taco.
You were
It's like,
saying?
I don't even know what you're talking about. I've never seen this thing.
You were saying?
Gonna give me kisses with his taco
Give
flavor
me
kisses. South Park. I didn't bring up taco, you did.
Oh, Ben!
Yeah, Ben Affleck's dude. All right. Yeah. So this guy came over from the. Yeah, I know. This guy came over from the Nokia acquisition. He was running Nokia into the ground. While Nokia was still on its own before Microsoft bought them. He also is credited with losing pretty much all of the market share Nokia ever had, and losing the company quite a bit of money. These are credits to his accomplishments.
I don't think
Losing-
you file any of these on your resume.
It's pretty much all he's done. So
I'm here to fuck shit up.
Here's what I haven't done right. And on the list of the
That's pretty
things
much
I
his
have
list
done
of it,
right,
yeah.
I got hired by Nokia.
that's his list of accomplishments. Lost Nokia a ton of money.
Made them non-existent.
Yeah,
from
made them
the
lose
market.
all market share, become irrelevant. Yeah, and then
That's a scary thought.
force them into selling themselves because.
He must have had a really good PowerPoint. That's all I gotta say.
All right, so let's kick it off here. This guy came out and said before he got the job, once he was under the Microsoft umbrella, right after the purchase, that if he was to be put in charge, he would do two things. The first of which is get rid of Bing.
That's a stupid thought because it's the second most used search engine.
No way, it's out of Yahoo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's the second.
Really?
It's the second
Yahoo's
highest.
only good for fucking news and sports now.
Yeah, it's second place already.
I know it's like Google and then everybody else, but
No, Bing
really,
is
I thought
number two.
Yahoo was.
Bing is relevant, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Not for me, but I know that it is doing
I've
relatively well.
accidentally gone to Bing to search for something.
They have good HD pictures. I'll give them that.
Mhm.
They do that better than any search engine.
Fucking hey, I didn't know that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, second place.
How many Xbox 360s are out there?
I don't know how many people actually do that, but
81 million, I think.
We talked about that a while ago about the saturation for Bing. It was
It's
like at least a year ago. They counted all the Xbox One
Of course they do.
searches under Bing.
Oh yeah, definitely should.
Yeah, people. I just thought people used Bing to search for Google to launch that to then find what they want.
Kind of
to
like
find.
Internet Explorer, the best app to find
yeah.
another
Yeah,
Explorer.
Yeah, it's the best. Yeah, exactly. And then his second big thing, which is the concerning one, which is why we're talking about it on this video game podcast, is to sell off the Xbox brand. Now he wants to do this. It's not news or a hidden secret or whatever that the Xbox brand loses Microsoft money comparatively to most of their other divisions, which are very, very profitable, like Windows and Excel,
Office.
PowerPoint.
And their wonderful phone division. Sorry, I had to. You know, Kazun did so well, guys. Give yourself a pat on the
maybe
back.
third place. Microsoft phones third place.
They're
we'll say third
they're
place.
way in third place.
I was
It's
sure it was third or
it's the
fourth.
same thing. It's like Android.
What else is
Apple,
there besides
nobody
Apple,
else.
Android,
BlackBerry.
and
BlackBerry.
No, Windows past BlackBerry.
well, that's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
yeah,
But
that's
like
what I thought I remember that,
beyond
but-
iOS, Android, and Windows, what is there? BlackBerry.
Android and iOS hold like 95% of the market.
Yeah.
So like everybody else is just fucking irrelevant. But whatever. I guess between the research and development and the costs and maintenance and all this other shit, and they're just figuring it out. And I guess it has to make a little money because I don't think Microsoft would hang on to something that just did nothing but hand over fist lose money.
I don't know. It took them a while to get past Windows Vista.
Yeah, but that's like their
I was expecting
cornerstone.
a little bit better of a reaction out of Mark about a Windows Vista joke.
Vista's terrible.
Good job, Mark. Give yourself a pat on the back.
Yeah, 7 go.
The only way, so I kind of get it, I guess, from a little bit from a business standpoint, but the thing that becomes worrisome to me is Microsoft as a whole has a very bad image problem, particularly with people under the age of 20 or 25. When we were growing up, Apple made PCs, but they were like 1% of the world. They're still not very big. They're like 10% or 15%, but they cut in significantly to the Windows market.
Definitely.
Especially in the past five
Yeah.
years.
There was no smartphones, there was no tablets. All you had was a PC or a laptop, and everybody used Windows for everything. Stores, there was all those legacy deals, all those shit. People grew up in our age bracket learning Windows and knowing Windows backwards and front. So that was their thing. People knew them, people trusted them, people were okay with Microsoft. Then other options came. Now people kind of look down on Windows and stuff like that. And Zune, we were making fun of it. It's a laughing stock. The Windows tablet, Brian Berg did the
Impoverished Geek Review,
Impoverished
which you can
Geek
find
Review.
on our YouTube page.
no bueno.
Returned.
Did you?
Yeah.
Zune's junk. Windows 8 is a laughing stock right now. The point is, like, nowadays kids are going to start either having other options or God help the industry if Android ever builds a computer, because then I think everybody's in a lot of trouble. It'd be like Linux that actually ran well.
Google.
That'd be a good that's a pretty good analogy, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose.
Linux that actually runs.
Yeah.
That would be
That
the
isn't
Google. That would be the
weird
Google
to
machine.
start off with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So God save everybody when that day comes. But nowadays, kids are growing up, and it's more about Android versus Mac. It's not so much Windows. So I think people are just learning different stuff, and they don't care. Microsoft's like this old dinosaur, and if there was one thing that they could show to the people under 25 years old that kind of makes Microsoft a name for them, it's the Xbox brand. It's the one piece. It's the coolest thing Microsoft makes. It's the one thing that they can talk to the younger and upcoming generations about and show them that Microsoft is trustworthy. And if they were to sell that brand off, I don't know how they're ever going to acquire a new customer. Like, as soon as their 30 and ups become 40 and up and then 50 and up as time goes on, will they ever acquire new customers?
Let me jump
will they
in
eventually just die off because their clientele does?
Let me give you a prime example here, okay? I was a Windows PC user, okay? I got my hands on a Mac Mini, which is what we first were recording on and everything, because I got that to play one specific game because it ran better on it, and which is amazing to think that. And then for us to record. Now, my girlfriend, who still has a Windows laptop, she hands it to me and asks me, so I don't remember half the stuff that I used to be able to do on it. Like, it's what is it, muscle memory. I don't remember how the fuck do I do this again? You know, that's a prime example. If you were to hand me your phone, I don't know how to work that. My point is that as time goes on and Apple or Android or whoever breaks in and starts chipping away at Microsoft a little bit, you forget that stuff. Mm-hmm. It becomes irrelevant. It's for me like using this is second nature now. So I completely agree that it's like they're a dinosaur that people are going to start to forget about them. The other part is like you get named as the head of whatever, you're going to come out 4 months after your major product release, because it's a major product release for Microsoft with the Xbox One, and go, we're going to get rid of this. So all the people that have invested their money into it, how many, 5 million so far, roughly, round up?
Almost 6 now.
Okay. People that
No. That's PlayStation. They're 4.
Either way, like that's arguing numbers with Moss. Anyways, we're gonna round up. Say your 5 million potential customers that just purchased your system. You're gonna say we don't have any faith in this.
Yeah.
What does that say for us?
I don't think it's a lack of faith. I think it's just trying to get rid of the financial burden.
It would, but I understand. But like for the head of the company to come out and say, I want to get rid of that.
To be fair, he said this before he was the head of the company.
Okay.
He just got named the head of the company 4 or 5 days ago.
Fair enough.
He came out and said this 3 months ago.
I guess that, but the fact that then he made that quote, and I mean sometimes he could have been misquoted. We don't know for sure exactly the context in which he was talking.
Yeah.
But let's just go based on what we have and that he said that, okay? And then to be named the head of the company doesn't look good for Xbox, right? So you would think it would have been smarter to say something like, I'm interested in rebranding Xbox and making it profitable. Something along those lines. Like, you don't just come out... If we worked for somebody, you don't just come out and shit on them, per se, especially when you're an executive.
That's another thing I wanted to bring up is how does this make the people working in the Xbox division at Microsoft feel right now? Are they all shitting their pants that they're about to lose their jobs? Say that this some sort of sale is in the woodwork and does end up coming true because you got like the VP or like the whatever of just the small Xbox division. All those developers that work for 343 and Lionhead and Turn 10, are all of their jobs in jeopardy, or is it more or less just a major sale that is going to come through and then security's here?
Security's here.
I don't know, man. If all those... Go ahead.
I really don't see a sale coming up on it. I mean, even though you might be losing money, and I really don't know how their financials break down, you still have a system that is getting into, as we were just talking about, saying that in the younger kids' hands, that's why they know about Xbox and Microsoft.
Bing. Bing's right there on the fucking...
Most schools these days are having Macs in there. I mean, I can't say for all because I've only seen a few. A lot more than when I was in schools are Apple-based.
When I was in school, there was a computer lab of Windows and the one Mac.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
But even PCs as a whole, they'll never die because businesses need them.
Yeah,
but
there's no way they'll ever...
But on on the personal level, there's becoming less and less of a need for one, like, in the home. Where I don't even think that's, like, a safe market in the future.
I mean, realistically, I own a Mac, but if I wasn't doing what I do every week,
what do you need one for?
I'm on my phone.
Phone or tablet?
Exactly.
What do you really need one for unless you're, like...
updating your phone or something, and most of that's done over the cloud and whatnot.
Yeah, so for me, I don't know, it's like a... Maybe that's why Android's staying. Shh.
With what?
PC market. I don't know. It's interesting. Anyway, so this new cat. I don't know. I don't know about him.
Cat Stevens, I don't know about you anymore.
Cat Stevens Elop.
I mean, I guess on the bigger pictures, yeah, he may be. Now, what's his official title? Is he the COO?
He's essentially what Kaz... What's his name? Kazurai is for...
So he's
Sony.
the president
of Xbox.
Okay.
He's running Xbox, not Microsoft.
Okay.
But it's more than just Xbox. I think it's Xbox, tablets, and phones are all in...
They're like media brand or whatever.
Okay. And he's in charge of all of that.
I guess, here's the thing, like, I mean, obviously he can't do anything without official approval. Exactly.
Yeah, he's not on some tyrannical fucking spree here where he can just be like, no, that's it. He's got to get... They got investors...
Yeah,
and the meetings with that.
And obviously, if this was on Microsoft's 5-year plan, they wouldn't have launched a new console.
Yeah.
it may see on the other side of that, just to play devil's advocate, it does make it
An easier sell. To
a
somebody
way
saying,
easier sell because
we have a new console.
the R&D is spent.
Yeah.
The console is launched.
Mm-hmm.
It's buying the rights to Microsoft and the technology that goes into building the Xbox One the way that Microsoft had envisioned.
Yeah, but
Especially with all the turnkey studios, if in fact they decide to sell the studios with it as like a just
Bundle,
hey,
package.
you guys, nothing changes now that they're making Forza 6 or whatever.
Yeah.
Nothing changes. Keep making Forza 6. We're signing your checks instead of
no,
Microsoft.
I
That's
get
it.
that. I get that. But you said that they're taking a loss already. So to do that and launch a new console, that puts them even more in the red.
Well, to be clear, Microsoft is ridiculously profitable, so it's just.
But
a drop in
we're
the
speaking
bucket
about
for
that
it,
specific division. You know,
Yeah.
the breakdown on that. I don't know. Okay, so I mean, we kind of can we play a little game here?
Yeah. I like
Okay,
games.
so
What's in my
let's
mouth?
say let's say
Who's in my mouth? Turn off.
let's say
Yeah.
Microsoft went for sale.
Okay.
Who's going to buy it? Who's got? And look at it from real world perspective, not just like, oh, Nintendo.
No,
Who's
Nintendo
got the capital?
Cannot afford them.
Who's got the
Nor can-
capital?
Nor can Sony.
And like who could buy them?
You have
To
to be
me-
looking at some of those like
To-
Asian investment groups.
To me, if it's going to stay domestic, the only company I could see with even remote interest in it would be Amazon. Amazon has been opening studios now. They're in talks about launching a console anyway. That's supposed to get revealed sometime soon. And if they buy Xbox, they have their platform. Amazon has their own distribution, so you don't have to pay retail. Like, even if GameStop tells them fuck off, Amazon,
they're gonna go.
Amazon has their own distribution platform for games,
And that would
digital games,
Well-
movies, TV shows, all the stuff that you'd lose on Xbox, like the Xbox movies and music. Amazon can substitute all of that like that, just plugging in their coding.
and
Prime.
I mean,
Amazon Prime.
and the figure the I guess the business model for Microsoft for Xbox, I should say more specifically, is to go digital. They were this close to doing
Yeah.
it this generation.
They
so
backed
would
off
fall
the
in line
last
with it.
minute.
Yeah. Mark, who do you think? Or do you fall in line with them?
I mean, Amazon's a good thought for it, but I mean, I honestly think it would be some group you've probably never really heard of.
let's keep it local.
Local,
I mean,
okay.
let's say that Microsoft agrees to sell it, but they want to keep it, U.S. Make sure it's not going to,
Then I would have to say, it comes down to two. I'm gonna take this one because I think someone else will take the other one. Valve.
Okay.
Valve.
That's a
You
thought.
have no idea how much money they have because they're a private company. They're not publicly shared, so they don't post their profits in a year. Potentially, they have that much money. You don't know. And if they buy it, then they have the Steam box for their PC games and a
They
nice
can
little
merge it into
share.
one.
Yeah, and then a nice little share into the console market on top of that. So they dominate PC games by far
and have a decent chunk.
and have a
in.
very sizable chunk of the console market right there.
So obviously you were banking that I was going to say Apple.
Yeah.
Which would be pretty cool. It would fall in line with like what you were saying with Amazon, where whatever digital content they lose, they would be able to regain. Smart choice. But now I'm gonna come out of left field, right? Disney. Okay. They could.
That would immediately open up a lot of exclusivity. All the Star Wars games, all the Marvel games, all the actual Disney games. Because I mean, they could still
Now,
go
can you say
multi-plat.
about the good games? What else do they have?
Just think. Okay. Knights of the Old Republic 3. Xbox exclusive.
That'd be a sexy bitch.
Battlefront 3, Xbox exclusive. Okay. Any new Disney properties
Call
whatsoever.
of Mickey.
Even goes so far as here. Wait. Hold on.
Yes, crimped ear edition.
Every future Disney movie comes out 2 weeks early, digitally on the Xbox platform, which they do now for a lot of stuff. But could you imagine?
Imagine now some sort of thing that gets tied in like Netflix to your Xbox Gold subscription, where you have the back catalog of Disney movies.
Disney
Which
movies,
you can't get.
Marvel, fucking
The Vault,
Star Wars,
bringing the Vault
the
back in.
TV shows, everything.
and they're all included in your Xbox Live. That's brilliant.
Yeah, because Disney also owns what, ABC, I believe it is.
They
So you got all
quite a
those
few
sitcoms
networks. They
and all
own
that
quite a
stuff.
few networks. Like capital wise,
You thought I was gonna
Yeah.
sell you on fucking Apple.
Yeah.
I'm saying Disney.
Disney makes a lot of sense. I mean, there's a ton of companies with the capital, but I just
But
don't.
they could utilize the property.
I don't think they have any interest. You have like ExxonMobil and fucking like Nicor and
No.
Comcast. They all have the capital to do this,
Yeah.
no problem.
Why are you taking this break from Call of Mickey?
No, I was
Walmart-
trying to stay within.
Bunch
Walmart
It's
has the money.
gasoline, fuel up.
McDonald's has the money. They all can easily.
I was trying to stay within the
Yeah.
realm of
technology.
Entertainment and whatever it is.
yeah. Could you imagine? That'd be fucking amazing.
Like the
I
only
will
other
have
thing.
Gabe Newell's face on my Valve box.
You know,
Valve 1.
Talking about, man, my new system is just fucking Mickey's head. It's the circle with the two ears and an X going across it. Done.
Little
Xbox.
blood
Yeah.
inside.
It's called the Xbox Pluto.
the other thing with Amazon is then they might not, or any potential purchaser, might not be so gung ho on the Kinect because Microsoft is the one cramming that one
Disney would be.
down everybody. Well, I'm not saying axe it. I'm saying axe it as a pack-in. Make it like how the Kinect used to be, where you could buy it. And if you
Amazon would make it a pure streaming box. I
well,
think, yeah.
they could take out the Kinect and lose $100 and give it a $50 price cut right off the bat, and you can have like a $350 Kinectless Xbox One relatively soon.
And Amazon's got great ability with cloud storage.
Is it-
also?
Either way, Microsoft has to be looking at something, regardless if they're doing this or not, because they're in very real danger in the next 2 or 3 months of being doubled by the PlayStation 4, which has to be setting off some red light somewhere that something needs to be done.
Yeah.
The Xbox being slightly less powerful and $100 more, forcing you. And
It's been months of 1080p versus
Yeah.
900p or 720.
Which game was just announced that it's running at both?
That I know. what you're talking
Wolfenstein.
about. Wolfenstein.
Yes,
1080p
Wolfenstein.
both.
Finally, we get one.
Yay.
I don't know, like, they got to be doing something over there. They got to be thinking of something because they can't continue on the current course. Even the Xbox One's selling ridiculously well. It's the second best console launch ever, only behind the PS4. The problem is its successes are being completely overshadowed by what the PS4 is doing. Which
By the way, I saw that PlayStation Plus commercial again.
did you?
Second time. So I wasn't imagining it. You were here, I believe. I was like, look at it, here it is. They like turn into a pirate in one part, and it's like PlayStation Plus.
Sony's not screwing around. I know it didn't make the news, but did you see the potential for that leaked VR headset that's supposed to go head to head with?
The Oculus Rift.
And that's
Yeah, I
gonna be
did see
that's gonna be a
about that.
PS4 exclusive, and probably cheaper.
Potentially, yeah.
And with the install base that the PS4 is gonna have,
It's good. Yeah.
and the other thing too is
Neither of you would buy it.
PlayStation.
know.
I wouldn't.
No,
I wouldn't.
no.
But
Tony's like, I can't
I would-
lay on my
I would
bed with a
demo it.
headset on.
I would demo it.
the PS4. This is the other thing Microsoft has to consider. The PS4 camera is doing ridiculously well. It's sold out everywhere.
Oh yeah,
it's harder
that was
to
shocking.
it's harder to find than the PS4.
Yeah,
Really
it's
quick
true.
question.
So I'm just saying, people aren't against it. People are against being forced into it. I think Sony did it better with this.
Well, that's what. Here's before you jump into that, right? Because as we all know, they were going to come out at the PS4 press conference, and the camera was supposed to be included.
This is all still speculation.
I've seen the mock-ups of like the displays and everything.
They have to go into it with 2 or 3 different
So
presentations.
so now let's go to Fantasyland again and say they
Yeah.
were going to release with the camera. What do you think the price would be?
$460,
You think so?
$450. I bet they would have taken $10 off because you bought them both together. But the system's $400, the camera's $60, $450.
Okay. I just
Yeah.
because I know it's sidetracked, but I'm just
Plus, it
curious.
sounds a lot cleaner that you're $50 cheaper than the competition
Yeah.
as opposed to $40,
Yeah.
which is just, I don't know. I think they take the $10 loss.
How do you wish they would have? Because you
No.
still don't have one, right? You still don't have a camera.
No, but I'm actually probably going to acquire one.
I have mine. I like it.
You've been kind of seeking one, but not actively seeking one.
No, if I wanted to find one, I'd find
Well, that's
one.
what I'm saying.
I
You're
work for-
interested,
yeah.
but you haven't really like.
I work for a company where I can get one.
I ran into it once where I had one problem with the camera, and it was with NBA 2K14, and it was picking up things, and I was getting technical fouls. That actually happened to me, and it's because it was remembering the settings when I said turn it off. So it was a stupid game.
Stupid fucking game.
Stupid freaking game giving technical fouls.
Another option for Microsoft too, I know this takes more R&D money and admitting that the Kinect was stupid, would be a free pack-in $10 or $20 USB mic. Not mic in the sense of this mic. Just a little thing that sits next to the Xbox that takes care of all the voice controls because like the Kinect, I haven't used it once outside of voice commands.
I try to use the voice commands on my Kinect and it hates me.
So like, because some of that stuff,
I wish they would have like in the controller at least. Like I mean, it doesn't have to be great. You just Xbox, record that.
Yeah, but nice.
because like I think like you can attest to this because you have an Xbox One. That interface was purposely built to make it uncomfortable to navigate with the controller.
Mm-hmm.
Where they're like, well, you could get to movies by hitting right on the directional pad, but it's like in 6 menus and scroll this many
Everything
pages
I have
to the
is
right,
pinned.
and do this and do that and do this and all. Where it's a lot easier to just go Xbox, play Netflix, play.
Now, they demoed the hand gestures, and I know this is completely off topic of what we originally started talking about, but they demoed the hand gestures. You remember when you were supposed to do this shit? Have you ever done it?
No.
I've had it. I haven't done it intentionally, but I had the thing, like the hands pop up once, and then another time I tried it, and I'm like, it's not doing anything.
It doesn't work.
No.
Kinect's still junk.
No. They could have scrapped the Kinect, and just thrown in a really fancy mic, an omnidirectional mic. Could have tapped blue, and it would have worked flawlessly.
Just for voice commands. Got rid of the camera.
The voice commands
That's all I
when
ever
they
use mine.
when they
There's
work,
no games that support the camera.
and there's nothing coming out.
Well, there's that Rivals.
That's a Microsoft internal studio.
But everything else, and when
nobody
you think
cares.
about it, all the games that use voice commands, even Rise, voice commands, no gesture.
It can
bullshit.
work through a headset.
You're not faking throwing spears. You're saying, volley.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Which I'm down for. Talking to it, I'm down for. But I don't want to...
I was one of the few guys. Did you
Wait,
ever
wait,
have
wait,
a Kinect, the first
Wait,
one?
what don't you
Saw.
want to
Get it tight.
Dragon Ball.
No, did either of you have an original Kinect?
Yes.
Okay. Twice, okay.
borrow his for 10 minutes.
Because honestly, that's the only reason I ever
Just so I
used
get
it
that
was
Forza
voice
4 trophy.
commands, and it would have been way nicer to just have what we're saying, a microphone.
Mm-hmm.
Do the voice commands. They were working. That was cool. I was fine with it.
They're really
optional.
They're really, and I'm the most vocal. I hate this shit. They're really cool on the Xbox One when they work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having way less problems than Jason.
Yeah, well, you would probably.
But I don't think he's crazy because I read about it and it sounds like half the people are having an extreme amount of
You
trouble.
know what's bizarre?
Accessing
I'm
half
gonna
this
throw this
crap.
out here really quick. Okay, I'm watching TV and I say, Xbox, go home or whatever. Doesn't do it. I'm playing a game. I've got the volume up. Xbox, record that. No problem.
I don't know. It's weird. It's so finicky and fucking.
It is very finicky.
Mine works, I want to say, about 80% of the time. It sounds like yours works about half the time.
At 40.
Less than half the time?
Yeah.
Mine's pretty
If there's a
good.
dog walking by, nothing.
I also don't try it with a whole lot going on. Like when I go, hey, Xbox, turn on, I'm just walking into my house. The TV's obviously off.
You've seen
Nothing's happening.
My gear is off.
Yeah. It might be a different story with like, because
And it's not like I'm sitting like 30 feet from it either.
the issues I run into is YouTube is unusable because I primarily watch video game based stuff on YouTube, and anytime anybody says Xbox, the thingy pops up like, "What do you want me to do?" And it's like, no, that came through my speaker. I didn't say anything. And the other thing is when the volume's too high, it doesn't recognize me going pause or hey rewind
Now,
or
here's something interesting that happened because we were sitting there, we were making our Plants vs Zombies video, which you can find on our YouTube page, and Andy's grabbing some video, right? Well, I said the command. Now we're both logged in. He's logged into his profile. He's playing the game. I said the command, and my thing popped up, so it recognized my voice while he was playing the game and recorded it to my saves.
So there's some cool stuff. It's
Yeah.
just it doesn't work right.
Was it a fluke? I don't know, but it did that. I've frequently been using the YouTube app on there in the past couple of weeks.
It's god awful.
With it, I hated it.
Why
at
is
first.
there no select when you're doing voice on YouTube?
I've never done
Why
voice.
can't you scroll down your subscriptions?
I've never done voice. I grab the controller. I don't even have to as it is now. I don't even mess with the voice.
Netflix is awesome off voice control.
Is it?
It's flawless. It's probably the best app. And then you go to YouTube and you're like, it's a mess.
See, I'm also comparing it to one other thing than you guys is I have probably one of the best streaming devices in my bedroom, which has greatest looking interfaces for everything that I've ever seen, and that's my Apple TV. And I'm not just getting Apple happy, even with the WWE Network, which is broken on Xbox 360.
There's that both
Throwing
Just saying.
Throwing a little City
Right
Heroes.
there.
No, shut up, man.
It's got Chubb going.
But comparative.
Oh, we're gonna have to get you a fee.
Really? Comparatively, so I'm even more critical of their menus and stuff. But we've been watching a lot of YouTube videos and stuff, not video game related stuff, on there, and it seems like it's improving. Like the video quality is starting to improve, because like Netflix on the Xbox One looks like shit video quality compared to the 360, does it not?
I don't know. I stopped because I got upset.
But I mean, when you have seen it, like when you were here, here watching Archer. How did that look?
Well, I don't know if that was your internet problem.
No.
Because to me, I still use. That's the only reason my 360 is plugged in. It's not for games anymore. I beat most of the shit I want to play, and nothing new is coming for it that I care about. The 360 is my multimedia powerhouse. It's got my Comcast app. I don't have cable. I just have internet.
Mm-hmm.
So I have my Comcast. I have my HBO. I have YouTube. I have Netflix, and I have one or two other apps that I use, like the WB and fucking
CW, sir.
huh?
CW is what it's
CW. That's it.
WB
And
back.
and soon to be WWE, but we fixed Monday.
So that's what I utilize my 360 for is apps because it's the best at all of that
It's the
stuff.
best.
You're the best.
Interesting story. You can't, and I know I could get it by other means. You can't buy that song as a single on iTunes. You have to buy the whole album for Karate Kid.
Really?
Yes. Because like I just
you,
want,
Apple.
I want just that song for like when I'm walking home from work.
I'm still.
Or when
the best.
when you're on control,
Yeah.
you're sitting there strutting your shit like I am the best around.
I am.
I really am.
Yeah, yeah.
I agree too.
Guy peeing in the corner. Yeah.
You're the best.
I love that song.
Oh shit! All right, let's hop into some final thoughts. What do we think about this schmoho? That's
Well, Cat Stevens is a douchebag. Now this Cat Stevens transition. I don't know the other Cat Stevens. I apologize, Cat Stevens. Anyway, whatever this guy's name is, he is definitely eating his words at this point. There's no way he's ever gonna be able to be like, "Oh, sorry, I meant it in this."
Yeah, I'm wondering if
context."
somebody trolled him.
Like,
Like, I'll sell off Xbox. Well, guess what now, motherfucker? Now you're in charge of it. Fix it or you're fired. Damn it!
shit.
Bill Gates just sitting there laughing at him while he's listening to his iPod.
I really think that they're still in comparing to like what his track record was of Nokia falling off the face of the earth. I think he's in better. I think
He's in a better position.
he's in a better
to succeed.
position where I don't think it's gonna go. Xbox isn't going to go the way of Nokia, because Nokia had other factors. New phones came out,
The
bunch of other
N-Gage.
stuff. N-Gage was bullshit. A few bad ideas. There's various things going on. He's just running the Xbox division. It had 80 million 360s or whatever it was. He's running off of a big market already. I think he's in a bit better shape than he was before. Not as many varying, degrees of what happened to Nokia.
I know he's just a spokesperson for the company, but they really should have.
Hey guys, so we had some visitors, and apparently all the stuff that you've heard over the course of the last 45 minutes or so is completely and utterly false. And the new leaders of Xbox are going to do a fine job. So please disregard everything that you've heard over the course of the last few minutes. This has been episode 108, part 2. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hopefully, we'll see you next week. Same time, same place. Is that okay, sir?